All right, amigos, we back with another video, broski. Guess who? The bomba clot himself, Rasta Clodman. It's Jason Blaha, Strength and Fitness Pro. I have a feeling, man, he's watching my videos. I don't know. This is going to be hilarious. We're going to review this video, man. Blah, the lifting gym slave says, update on the new body part training split. Isn't that what I'm doing right now? And I recommend that he do the same thing. Kind of thing. I mean, that type of thing or whatever the hell. But maybe he's confusing it with whatever he's doing. He thinks it's a split, but I don't know, man. It seems like he's copying me. I'm not really sure. But I know he's watching my videos because I always direct it towards him. He's probably pissed off. Who knows? But yeah, he's mentioned a lot about training splits. Hold on a second. Let me see his list here. Because, okay, so this one's the training split. Because I know he said it, he mentioned it here again somewhere. Well, this one, thinking about long-term with slow bulk cuts, garbage. Celebrity transformation, man, they don't have to. They're fake. It's acting. It's fake. Acting is fake. The myth of sugar addiction, baloney. I know he mentioned it here somewhere. He's got a lot of weird shit. There it is. Blaha is doing a body part training split. Oh, he is he? Oh. Well, let's see what he has to say.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. Let me get a sip of my water first.
Yes, take a sip of water. That isn't water though. Water is supposed to be clear, isn't it, Blaha? That's Kool-Aid. Don't lie. You're so cheap, man.
Beautiful radio voice going on. Let's talk about this. All right, the last video on this got a lot of positive response. Even a lot of my clients chimed in. Some other coaches and followers came over and messaged me. Got a really positive response, even in the vlogs. This week I started doing a body part split again. For those curious, coming up here for Thursday, I will most likely be doing shoulders and biceps, and then I'm going to do leg.
Look, Blaha, I never do body part splits. I only ever do them when I'm conditioning myself. I don't believe in ripping. That's fake, okay? If you rip, you're going to lose some fat, but you're going to lose a lot of muscle. And most of your muscle is kind of mass and some sarcoplasmic. You're going to lose it. I don't carry sarcoplasmic muscle. So I'm not really worried even about losing any fake sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, dude. Get it? Because I'm solid and I'm on a carnivore diet. So at 250, I'm pretty solid at around 250, okay? Now with conditioning, the needle should not move on the scale whatsoever, regardless whether you lose fat or not. See, as you're conditioning, the whole point is to lose fat, but at a very slow metabolic rate. And it will be replaced with muscle mass. So the scale should not move, really. You should always constantly stay, if you're at 250, stay at 250. And you'll gain mass as the fat goes off and you'll lose the fat. So it'll go in the opposite direction. You'll actually get bigger and lose fat. And so you won't be like these guys, I gotta get ripped. You get ripped, you lose muscle mass, and then you don't really recomp your body. You just lose fat, and then you look terrible like a melted candle like Jason Blaha.
It's technically on Friday, but it's really going to be, mostly quad and calf work because I've already done posterior chain. I may be changing these around depending on how the shoulder day goes.
Oh, a posterior chain and all this. Who gives a fuck about these words? I don't know. I don't even understand any of these things, but whatever. Okay, bro. But I'm a better coach than him. He comes up with all these weird words, all these people on these stupid ass channels. They have all these fancy words and everything, but you know what? They can't produce a fucking scintilla of anything. Shit. I destroy these fake gurus like Jason Blaha. I destroy him. I only just started three weeks ago or something doing like my split routine, my conditioning split routine. And guess what? I'm already looking better, bro, in 3 weeks, man, than what he has been doing in the last 30 years.
Tomorrow, I may move shoulders all the way into chest day. and then put triceps and bicep day, just make it an arm day. So it would end up being my body part split would then be really pushing muscles.
Lots of talk, but no action. Body does the talking. Speaking, I'm speaking, but body does the talking. He's speaking, but his body says what? Nothing. You see, here's the thing. I'm moving for higher repetitions now because I'm comfortable now and I want to do higher repetitions. Why? It's going to change my body faster. I'm going to shoot for some more new adaptations while getting rid of the fat, man. You understand me? And conditioning myself. Conditioning, more muscle, and looking better all the time. So that's the whole point. That's the idea, usually. And it's, yeah, and you look anti-aged at the same time. You become anti-aged and you get more mitochondria. And you will get some more, satellite cells and a bunch of things still doing it this way as well. It's just specific training what you're doing. It's not something you want to do. It's not something you want to do long term forever and ever and ever and ever.
Pulling muscles, then arms, then legs. So it would be push, pull, arms, and legs. Because as of right now, what I did already the first 2 days, I did chest and triceps on Monday. Then I did back and posterior chain on Tuesday. So as far as how all that goes, I'm actually feeling really good. I was a little worried because it's a little more volume for a lot of those muscles than I do in most workouts. I don't normally do that many total hard sets the way that I did because I did hard sets here. When I was doing the really high volumes for a while, I didn't take the sets as hard. I'm taking these sets really close to failure, some of them to failure. If you watch some of the videos, they are done to failure, some of the sets.
He did high volume, high sets. Everything he's doing is wrong. I'm going to take them to failure. It's not about taking anything to failure. It's about it's about conditioning. Blaha, I'm going to explain something to you. I'm going to teach you something. Conditioning is not ripping. Conditioning is based on the needle, the needle on the weight, on the scale does not move in conditioning. It does not move. It always stays the same. Yet, you're losing body fat in real time, and it's being replaced with any muscle mass at the same time. You understand me? You can eke out some new adaptations that will what you call recomp your body. These adaptations will recomp your body. Okay, you'll look better. You'll look younger too. You can reverse aging this way. You're gonna look better. Trust me, you look better doing conditioning. But if you keep doing this ridiculous ripping bullshit, whatever, fake bodybuilding crap, dude, you're gonna look like shit. You understand me? You're never gonna fix yourself. And you need to come off this vegan crazy diet because food really affects the way you look. I'm telling you, you need to go on your natural diet. Eat natural food. Stop eating unnatural food and acting like an unnatural imbecile. You understand me on your channel, dude? I'm trying to help you. You understand me? Listen to me. I'm trying to help you. Okay? I'm coaching you, bro. I'm going to teach you how to get the body that you want. But if you don't listen to me, then everybody will be writing in your comment section what you really truly are. Look, people can write whatever they want in my comment section, but they don't write melted candle. They're obviously telling you, but you're not listening to the science. If people are writing you fucking melted candle, what do you think? What do you think you look like? Hello? You understand me? You go check my comment section when people write underneath my comment section about me posing. I pose. I'm not like you. I actually pose, like I show what I look like for my workouts. Because body does the talking, bro. Get it? See what I mean? I'm speaking, but body does the talking, bro.
But they're all within 1 rep. So I've been doing a little more volume. I thought I would be worried it was going to be a little more sore. I'm surprised I'm not.
Because you're adapted. And if you're adapted, you still have to have some soreness the next day. I don't care if it's not particularly mostly DOMs, but there's got to be something, not the same day, the next day, not the same day, Blaha, the next day. It means that you're shooting for an adaptation, okay? There's got to be some adaptations there. If there's not, there's nothing going on there. If there's no adaptations, there's nothing going on there.
Surprised I'm not. And here's what I'm noticing. I think I've got the volumes dialed in really well because I'm at that threshold to where I know I'll grow, but it's still enough that when I finish each workout, the muscles had a very tremendous pump. So when I
Oh my God. After I finished my workout, he got a tremendous pump. Man, in conditioning, there's no pump because not eating carbohydrates. Not eating carbohydrates. A pump is great for people that want to create sarcoplasmic hypertrophy fake muscles. And it doesn't work in conditioning, and that doesn't really work also in when you're getting ripped. So if you're getting pumped and you're trying to get ripped, yeah, there's nothing going on there, bro. You got ATP, you got energy in there. You have to expel the energy. How the fuck did you burn the fat? So if you keep feeding it, getting a pump, then there's no burning effect. So no wonder why he still looks like that. Man, his training is so crappy.
finished all the chest work, my pecs were extremely pumped. When I finished the tricep work, my triceps were cramping and pumped.
See, cramping and pumped. Guys, do you see my videos, me posing? Do you think I'm getting pumped? Do I look pumped in my video fucking posing? Absolutely not. Because I'm on a pure carnivore diet. You've seen me with Simon eating fish and beef and this and that. That's all I'm eating and drinking water. So how the fuck can I get pumped on a pure protein diet? That's ridiculous. Obviously, it's because of his tofu and pasta, his weird artificial diet that's giving him this crazy pump. Bullshit stuff, whatever. Yeah.
So bad I felt it was like even trying to move my arms was difficult. Hitting him with a little more tricep volume than I normally do. Because after all the prep.
Moving his arms are difficult. That happens in a pump because it's ATP, bro. Man, it's based on carbohydrate.
Thing I did 9 really hard sets of triceps. So that went well. The next morning.
On carnivore, you do not get pumped, and you could just keep going forever and ever. There isn't any, oh, I got so pumped that it's hurting. It's hurting at this point. That's bullshit. Doesn't happen on carnivore diet.
I had a little tricep DOMS and a little pec DOMS the next day.
What? First he said he wasn't getting sore, and now he says, oh, I got a little bit DOMS the next day. I got a little bit sore the next day, pec and this and that. What? Man, this guy, you gotta make up your mind, bro. Jesus.
It's Wednesday now. I'm recording this Wednesday afternoon. It may not be up till Thursday morning. That DOMS has faded already, so it lasted about a day. The same thing today.
Okay, that DOMS lasted about a day. Okay, I would say that is a very minor adaptation, very minor. But that's a start. It kind of helps, definitely. That's what I was just talking about. Where the very next day you may get a little bit of DOMS, and then it dissipates. There is a small adaptation there if you got a DOMS the next day, for sure.
When I finished all my pulling and everything, my lats actually started hurting later that day. The DOMS kicked in. I'm sitting here now.
Wait. It hurted that day? DOMS kicked in that day? No, DOMS is a delayed onset muscle soreness. You could not have gotten DOMS after you did your lats the same day. That's impossible. No such thing exists.
With a little bit of DOMS. So my back got a tremendous pump. My hamstrings got a tremendous pump.
Maybe he's either making a mistake or he's fabricating this. I think he's fabricating these things. He's misconstruing stuff. DOMS is a delayed onset muscle soreness. He's like, after I did my lats, a little bit later on, I got DOMS. How about a little bit later on? No, it's the next day. A delayed onset soreness always happens the very next day. So your coach is now faking it. He's got everything misconstrued. He's fabricating stuff, I think. He's making shit up.
That's a normal amount of hamstring work for me. I'm not going to push them that hard. Mine are prone to cramping. I kept it just short of that amount. But
what cramping? He's making these things up. Maybe it's to impress you. I don't know.
I actually have a little hamstring DOMS. But my lats and my traps actually have DOMS today. It's like, okay,
Okay, today. Now, if you're getting DOMS today because you worked out yesterday, okay, I can see that happening, yes.
I don't normally get that. So that'll be interesting.
He doesn't normally get that. See, guys, that's what I try to explain to you. He doesn't normally get an adaptation because he's adapted. And so what did he do? He changed his routine to a split routine, and he got what? DOMS. So he got what? An adaptation. He got a new adaptation. I can't tell you how much he got, but he got something there. It's very minor. You want to shoot for more adaptations. That's how the transformation happens. With the more adaptations you can get, the more of a transformation you can create. But if you just get it once or twice and then it dissipates, well, then it ended there. There's no more adaptations. Get it? You're adapted. That's the whole point. In bodybuilding, the whole point is to get as many adaptations as you can so you can transform yourself. But you can't transform if you don't get any adaptations. And I'm not talking about these skinny people, these skinny ectomorphs, and they bring them on these channels and they go, look at this, look at my body transformation in 30 days or 60 days. I transformed this dude or whatever. Of course he's going to change in 30 or 60 days. He's never lifted before in his entire life. So he's going to get a few adaptations there and he's going to transform. And then after that, he's going to be adapted. No more transformation. But whatever, you get the point.
Interesting to see. So I feel like in terms of the volumes, if I do these once a week and I get 1 day of moderate to mild soreness, I think we're on the right track. So
if he gets moderate to minor soreness, then he's on track. You are on track, yeah. If you get an adaptation, and every time you're working out, specifically certain things you're doing, then yes, Blaha, you are on track, yes.
we're talking training volumes. If you're training really hard, that's something I do point out to people. If your volumes are too high, if your performance is regressing set to set, you're probably getting too much volume.
No. Volume is very good. He doesn't understand this. The point of the adaptation process is to shoot for higher volume. I don't know how high you can get. Some people could go up to 20 repetitions. Some can go to 30 and then 40, 50, 60. See what I mean? But eventually you try to strive for higher repetitions because you're trying to shoot for new adaptations. I'm not saying people should jump all the way to 60 right away. I'm saying you should build it up, get stronger. The whole point is to get stronger in repetitions. So you're moving from 20 to 30. You understand me? There's a threshold there. It's definitely going to hurt. But at some point you'll get stronger. You'll be able to eke out 30 reps per set. And then eventually maybe even 40. I can't really tell you. I don't know what you're doing. But like I said, the whole idea in high volume and splitting routines is to strive for higher repetitions so you can get new adaptations. That's the whole point. So you could change your body. It would be a rapid change very quickly and a recomping of this fat.
If you can get a good pump, you're probably in a good place. And if that pump sustains...
No. Pumps are great for people that just want to put on size and maybe some artificial size. You're not trying to lose fat and you're not trying to condition yourself. You're just simply, you want to get some pump and you want to use that to, get some muscle, either myofibrillar or maybe mass. I don't know.
To the whole workout and you don't lose that pump. Your volumes are probably, for hypertrophy purposes, they're probably in a pretty good place. If we start seeing performance degrade, we're getting too high. If we start losing that pump on all the rep work.
Your performance is not going to degrade. Performance degrades if you get some muscle damage there, for sure. Performance doesn't degrade. You're just getting better all the time.
Volumes are a little too
Your performance should be getting better and better every time you come into the gym.
high, possibly. All right, so because we need to be able to do hard quality sets if we're trying to optimize things. And then as far as stuff goes, some DOMS is acceptable. And I think that's a good...
What? I love this guy. Some DOMS is acceptable. What are you talking about? Without that, you can't indicate whether you got an adaptation or not. An adaptation happens through what? Damage. If there's no damage, there's no adaptation. Duh. Man, oh, it's I think getting an adaptation is acceptable, guys. Some DOMs, yes. Isn't that the fucking point? Hello.
Rule of thumb, if you're not ever getting any DOMs, because again, a lot of my training volumes sometimes, to be honest, were relatively low session to session because of my frequency. So
I think he has no idea what bodybuilding is based on. He doesn't know anything about bodybuilding. It's based on an adaptation system. It's based on DOMs. Yeah. Powerlifting is not really based on any kind of DOMs. It's just based on force production, lifting a heavy weight. A small, strong guy lifting a heavy weight. That's what it is. Yeah. A small dude lifting a heavy weight, running around the gym, pretending he's a strong guy. Get it? That's what it is.
I didn't always get DOMs. Only my triceps have been getting it really lately. But if we're going to try to get all of our real work done, because there'll be splash over.
Dude, if your triceps are getting DOMs, that's a good sign. You're getting a new adaptation because your arms suck. Maybe you can reverse this sarcopenia. I'm not really sure, Blaha. You're already suffering from sarcopenia. But it's a possibility. Maybe you could reverse it, but you need to go on a natural diet. You gotta stop eating unnatural man-made food, dude.
If we're going to get our real work done in one session per week, you do want to have a little bit of DOMs, but it shouldn't be crippling.
And now he says you should want to have a little bit of DOMs, but it shouldn't be crippling. Well, yeah, you definitely do. You definitely do in a bro split. It's not going to be like a person resensitizing and coming back and getting DOMs for 4 days. That's some serious damage. Now, okay, then there's some serious growth going on there if you feed it. But here's the point, man. Like with Blaha, first he says no DOMs, then yes DOMs. He's all over the place. You see, guys, he doesn't know anything about lifting, this guy. Jesus.
So it shouldn't be, oh, my leg beat, I can't walk the next day. Well, your training sucks if that's happening. And your recovery.
No, that happened with young people. When I was young, we trained our legs. It was hard to walk. Getting out of the gym, we could barely walk. Yeah, those were good workouts in those days, man. And then the next day, you feel sore. You can still walk, but it's very sore to walk. We knew we got an adaptation. There's some growth there. There's something going on there.
It's probably bad. You should probably be eating better and be sleeping better, more electrolytes.
What? More electrolytes, all this bullshit. Sleeping better. Yeah, you're going to sleep better. Just eat well, man.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So I feel like I have the volumes right about where they need to be. I'm going to, like I said, I may adjust the split a little bit. I want to see how something goes tomorrow with the shoulder work. And if it does what I think it's going to do, I'll just switch it over. And then the next week I'll end up doing triceps and biceps together. But I will probably start with a closed grip bench press if I do that. Because I used to close grip exclusively. I haven't done it lately. I know it's regressed because I'm all wide grip now. So my benching is way out. So for those curious, I put this finger on the rings. That's where I'm benching these days. So that's why it looks so wide on camera. I'm almost like my hands are almost to the hook. So I'm almost to the edge of where I could almost wrist pinch it, my finger racking it and unracking it.
All those veins that he has coming out there of his forearms and stuff, all those veins, it's due to the steroids because they're toxic. They cause veins to pop out. Steroids are so toxic that they cause these veins to pop out like that. In a natural, normal people, they don't really have that. Some do, depending, but not that much the way he does, to where they're sticking out completely. This is a sign of steroid use when you have all these crazy veins.
So I'm out here for benching, so I think I'll do closed grip to start, but then I'll have to hit the other ankles. If I do closed grip, I'm absolutely going to have to do, some sort of laying in and behind the head extension both, so that I get all those ankles I want to work. But I do look at that.
Man, all these angles you want to work, bro. See, he's moving for new adaptations, all these angles. Invest in a fucking cable, dude. Go to the hardware store, invest a couple bucks in a cable and a pulley, and start using a lot of cables in your garage, and you're gonna see a lot better change. High rep cables, yes, dude.
I do realize my triceps in general, even though I want that long head, I could use more of the lateral head, so getting stronger, getting some closed grip benching wouldn't be a bad thing.
Getting stronger on more benching is going to help with that. And nah, not particularly. It's got to be targeted that area to get stronger, getting bigger and stronger.
Because here's the whole idea with all of this. I want every muscle to get worked. I'm even going to throw a little bit of calf work back in. I know I don't need it. I did calf work for a few months, didn't do it for decades. I didn't see any calf growth, but they got a good pump. So I figured, but I might as well do it just to make sure they balance out. Because my programming is going to be really arm focused. I mean, if I'm having an arm day, we know that I care a lot about arms, and we know that I need to care about arms. But if my arms get bigger, my calves will need to come up, proportionately. So
if my arms get bigger, my calves have to come up proportionally. I don't know, man. You've been watching my channel because, look, man, I got big arms and big calves. The two things that you focus on, because they're the two things that are seen if you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt or a tank top. Two things they see: big arms and calves. They're impressive when you walk around. Oh, I'm not say I am typically proportionate all over, but it just comes off that way, that the calves, because the shape that they have, the better the shape, the better they come off. They look much bigger. Yes, definitely. And arms. But the truth is, really, I am proportionate throughout my entire body. It just comes off as arms bigger and calves bigger. It just looks that way. But yeah, definitely, because they're focal points when people are watching you. If you're posing and you're moving around, they're gonna notice certain particular body parts looking bigger than other body parts, and they're gonna be like, "Damn, those calves! Damn, look at those arms!" And so these are focal points. People are focusing on those all the time. If you sit down in a restaurant, you have big arms, they're gonna focus on your arms, especially if you're wearing a t-shirt, because it takes away from the rest of your body. You're wearing especially a black t-shirt, and now your arms are protruding out the sleeves. Well, that's the first thing they're going to notice is your arms. And then if you get up walking away, you're wearing shorts, and you have nice calves, and they're developed, man, they're going to look at them because they're looking at you from behind. They're going to be like, "Dad, look at those calves." And calves look nice because they're impressive. They have like a diamond look. If you could create that diamond look, it's going to look impressive. So girls are gonna go gaga over your calves and your arms for sure. Women like arms. They definitely like legs as well. I'm saying not to fucking leave the legs out, but yeah, you need to do your legs, but definitely calves. They're gonna look at your calves and arms when you're moving in a direction from behind and from the front.
that is pretty much what I'm going to be doing with this. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I'm going to be curious to see how it goes. I'm always skeptical because, again, the old science, but again, we have to adapt with the science. And I've admitted that. And
We have to adapt with the science, guys. See, I told you he's going to have to admit to it.
said a couple of years back, look, the data is showing that we can get away with that. I've coached clients on 3-day push-pull leg splits, and they got great gains. So essentially, if I switch to that,
He's lying. He never coached anybody, and they did that, and they got great gains. They got nothing. He's lying. He's lying. I don't believe him, man.
other rotation is just going to be push-pull legs with an arm day. That would be my body part split. We know that it works. We know that it works. But some people say, are you going to go to 5? I don't see the need for 5. I can get all the volume I need really easily in 4 days. But that is currently the plan. I'm still going to do some of the same stuff I did on squatting.
He already destroyed himself trying to get ripped. He destroyed his body, man. But I guess maybe there's something salvageable there.
Right? So I'm going to continue to work on the pause squats. I'm probably going to keep the reps a little lower. But you guys are going to see some new stuff coming here. There's going to be some old exercises that are going to come into the mix in these couple of days that are going to be different.
Yeah, there's going to be some new stuff and this and that. Look, man, I see people, you see me posing, you see people walking around in my gym, in the gym that I'm working out. The people, they're not changing. They're not changing, and they'll never change. They'll come in and they'll do the exact same exercises, yet they're walking around me, looking at me, staring at me, and I'm rapidly changing, but at a slow to fast pace because I'm moving slow and then it's progressively going faster. That's how it works. It's like gaining muscle. It happens really slow in the beginning, and then it starts taking off and it goes rapidly higher and higher. That's how it works. The conditioning of a body, it starts slow and then it starts taking off and then it goes rapidly up. You just keep getting better and better. And so all these people are looking at me and they're like probably wondering why they're stagnated and why am I taking off? Because that's my goal. I don't know what their goal is, to stay there as a gym slave. I'm not a gym slave or a lifting slave. Do you understand me? I'm there to get results. I don't go to gyms because I want to be a gym slave. I go there for results and then I never go back. Once I get results, I never come back. That's it.
They're going to be different, or they're going to be stuff I used to do years ago you haven't seen me do in a long time. So I'm going to have...
Years ago? We haven't seen you do in a long time. What haven't we seen you do? You mean failing? Oh, we've seen that. Yes, definitely.
Some fun with it. We're going to introduce some new things. A lot of people have been really happy about me doing this journey. So I'm just kind of keeping people updated with a separate one. You guys will see the vlogs come up all 4 days each week. So I hope it's been informative. And
maybe you should start working out again. I don't know what you're doing. Or you stopped recording your workouts because you have this beard going on. And so you just do voiceovers with the old shit. Show some of the new stuff, dude.
We'll talk to you guys.
Maybe he doesn't want to show you because he got so skinny. Maybe that's the reason why. Look at him with the beard and look at him with the voiceover. He keeps showing you that because he thinks he looks more impressive there. And maybe here in this shirt, and he's so white. Go out in the sun, dude. Get some sun, man. It'll help you with your mitochondria. I think he got really skinny or something, and so he's scared to show himself now because maybe he screwed up. I don't know. Yeah.
Gals, next time.
Yeah, I don't know how informative that was, but whatever, bro. I would not follow Jason Blaha's advice whatsoever. And anybody who does is going to fail like him. You understand me? If you follow Jason Blaha's advice, you're going to fail like him and get a zero. My friends, I'll see you in the next one. Tell what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. It helps with the algorithm. But I know people, they don't want to subscribe or help because they like to fail. They want to fail with Jason Blaha, like him. A failure. See you in the next one, man.